What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Sarah from Sarah Styles here. What sold for me in February? I am going to show you all of my data, top brands, top categories, actual items that sold on all of the various platforms that I sell on. So stay tuned to learn more. Thank you so much for joining today. If you are new here, I am a reseller on various different platforms, and I also have analytics for the reseller. I sell 2 dashboards. The links to purchase that are down below. Today I'm going to be looking at my inventory dashboard to show you what sold in February. If you like content like this, make sure to subscribe, hit the notifications so you get notified of new content. Give thumbs up if you like content like this so I know to make more videos, and leave comments down below if you have any questions. Before we get started though, so in my last video, I just released a couple days ago the video on my financials for February, and I asked if you liked ice or vanilla or chocolate ice cream, but now I want to know what you like on your ice cream. What's your favorite topping? I'm gonna go with hot fudge. Like, it's a classic. You can do hot fudge on everything in a waffle cone. Am I right? Can you tell I'm ready for summer? Like, I'm so over the cold. Anyway, let's get started on my data. I am going to go over all of my inventory data. I will show you for the month of February 2020, my inventory data, what sold in February for me on the platforms, what items sold for me in February. I will be looking at top categories, top brands. We can go into size data, subcategory data, and then I will show you every single item that I will go through and show you the actual items that sold on me and give you a little bit of information behind them. So let's dig in. All right, so this is my inventory dashboard. I currently have 680 items. This data is strictly for Poshmark. I have started cross-posting. If you watched my financial video just released, I have started cross-posting, and I will continue to cross-post because it is working for me. However, the dashboard that we're currently looking at is solely for Poshmark. I will show you my items that sold on other platforms. So in Poshmark, what sold for me this month? My most liked item is this Downton Abbey, or this anthro dress that I am just never going to be able to get rid of. It always has the most likes in my closet, and no one wants to buy it. So that is my most liked. My highest revenue brand, if you follow me, you know is no surprise, is Coach. And my category with the most sales for February was shoes. My sell-through rate is only 11%. Normally I would be a little discouraged with that. However, for this month, and going forward, I am actually taking down my reselling activities. I'm cutting that time down so that I can work on social media and that I can work on dashboard related activities. So having a lower sell-through rate than I normally have, totally makes sense. However, I mean, while I would like it to be higher, it makes sense why it's so low, because I'm not on doing reselling activities, especially on Poshmark, on there being social. So that makes sense. Let's look at my listing totals. So for the month of February, this is Poshmark only, remember. For the month of February, I was not listing. If you watch my financial, my listing totals, I was not outsourcing. It was significantly down because I was focused on cross-posting. So I was taking items that I had in Poshmark and posting them on other platforms. However, I will drop it down below on my channel. I did a Poshmark algorithm video on strategies that work, and there's a lot of talk out there that you have to be listing every day to make sales. That is not the case, based off of the analysis that I did, and then also based off of my data right now. Look at my listings. The listings are in green. I listed the least amount that I have in months. This is because I relist a lot. So these months are items that have been relisted, but I listed the least amount that I have in months. However, my Poshmark sales revenue was on par with what it normally is. So you do not have to be listing to make sales. However, you do have to be, like, if you don't have items listed, they won't sell, right? So you have to list to get the items to sell, but the activity in and of itself does not equate to sales. My top brands. Let's look at my top brands. Keep in mind, this is February for Poshmark only. Top brands, Coach. No surprise there. Coach is my jam. In Colorado, I guess I find it a lot. We have a factory here. I don't know, but I find Coach a lot and I get a reasonable price. It's my most sold. It's my highest dollar, my highest revenue, and then also my highest average sale price. Because I am just looking at 1 month, you do have to keep in mind that you do have a smaller amount of data. So something like my fastest selling brand is Merrill, but that's likely only, let's see, yes, I've only sold one. So it's sold fast, but I don't think on average for me, Merrill is like a super fast selling brand. Something to keep in mind. What I do want to look at here is what is bringing me the most revenue, right? Because that's what I'm doing this for. What is bringing me a lot of money? What brands should I be focusing on? So this chart right here is my top brands by total sale amount, and Coach, Vintage, and UGG. None of those are big surprises to me. I love Vintage. I'm glad that it's a top brand. However, it is a lower average sale price. So I do love Vintage. I'm not going to stop picking it up. Sometimes I will pick up something that will sell a little bit less just because I really do love it. But in general, I am just trying to steer away from like those lower price items. I have a lot of like little dresses that are selling between $20 and $30. And while I do love them, they take me the same amount of time to list as something that's going to sell for $100. And with Vintage, it actually usually takes me a little bit longer because I like to model most of my Vintage because I think it shows Vintage is just on like a flat lay or a hanger. I get it. I can't get it to look good. I feel like it looks old. And not to say that other people can't, but for me, I think it looks better modeled. So then it takes me longer. It takes me even longer to list. So I am really trying to be a little bit more cognizant of the Vintage that I'm picking up. While it is one of my top selling brands, the most sold, I want to work on increasing that average sale price. Coach, yes, please. I will take an average sale price of $67. Average day on hand is less than 90 days, which I'm also very happy with, especially considering that I am doing far less reselling these days. Other top revenue brands for the month, Sam Edelman brought me in $80, a $40 average sale price. I'm not mad about that, especially with a 31 days on hand. Sam Edelman, I go back and forth. I mainly only pick up boots. His other shoes don't sell as well. I also want to note before we get into this, and you'll see this on my categories, but if you don't follow me, because I'm reselling less, I am being very strategic in what I'm picking up. I am mainly picking up vintage shoes, purses, dresses, starting to source to go into the summer, and then jackets. I'm stopping, but I was doing more jackets in the winter. That's mainly what I'm picking up. So when I say Sam Edelman, I'm talking shoes, but like BCBG, Max Azaria, I'm talking dresses, and I'm mainly talking really fancy dresses as well. Ralph Lauren, a dress. I'm not picking up. I don't do jeans. I don't do tops. I don't do skirts. Every once in a while, but not on the regular. So most of these things is that Dooney & Burke is a purse, Kate Spade is a purse. So those are kind of my top brands that are bringing me the most revenue. I'm selling the most Coach, Vintage, and Uggs. Uggs, that's going to filter off towards the end of the next month or two probably. Average sale price. These are kind of my BOLO brands. What sells at a high average sale price for me? Coach is up there. BCBG, Max Azaria. These are fancy, nice dresses. Very rarely will I pick up anything BCBG, Max Azaria, unless it's like a really nice dress. That's why it's selling at that $65 price. This one was on hand for 109 days. I'm not mad at that though, because if I find a really nice dress, I pick it up and hold it until prom and wedding season because I'm making a lot more on it. So days on hand, I am not too mad about that. Let's see some other things, and I'll go through and show you all of these items. So this is where I'm only looking at it for a month, and a lot of these I'm only selling one, and so my average sale price is slightly not right. I don't know. I can't think of the word. Is slightly. Cannot think of the word, but it's not. If I had a large data set, it would be more accurate because I'm only selling one item. So it's not really a true average. It's just how much that item sold for. And then my fastest selling brands, kind of same goes here. Sam Edelman was up there with days on hand for $31. I think those were both boots. I'll show you those in a minute. These are all my brands. Categories. So this really helps drive me because I am reselling, like, I'm like a fourth time reseller. Like, I'm not even a part-time reseller. I'm like a part-time reseller because I want to say I'm a part-time reseller in general, but I probably work full-time hours. But of those hours, I do YouTube, I do social media. I've been doing podcasts with people. I am building dashboards. I am supporting these dashboards. If you have the dashboard, you have access to my Facebook analytics group where I do deep dive analytics in that group. I do one-on-one sessions, consults with people if you have them. I do group classes. Lots of other things that I'm doing outside of this. So my reselling is really becoming like 20% of my job. And so this data is really what helps drive me into what I'm picking up when I'm outsourcing, because I don't have a lot of time to list it. And I want to make sure that what I'm selling is making the biggest bang for my buck. I am an average price seller. There's various different ways to sell. Something different works for everybody. This is why it is very important to look at your data and see what is working for you. I choose average sale price because I am not selling a lot. And so if something's going to sell, I want it to sell at a high price. However, you tend to have things sit for a little bit longer when they're at a higher average sale price, especially on Poshmark. I'm starting to learn other platforms as well. So I focus more on the brand or the categories here that bring me a high average sale price. I do want to say on that note, this month I went in and I'm getting rid of, what's the lady's name? Marie Kondo or whatever that, do you know what I'm talking about? She just clear everything out. I am so sick of looking at things. I'm sick of having so much inventory. So a lot of my things that I've been sitting for a while, I sent out offers, and I'm talking $5 or $10 offers where I was maybe making $1 or $2 on the item. So my average sale price for that has actually come down. And let me see if I have the chart. Yes. So I did look at it. I took out any of those sales that I had that were really low to see things that I've been sourcing for the past few months. How are those doing for me? Am I still on track with my strategy? And so when I took out all my really low sales of things I was just trying to clear out, this is my actual category charts, and I'm totally fine with this. This shows you exactly what I am trying to do. These jeans probably I sourced a while ago, but this is what I am doing. Shoes, I am doing dresses, I'm doing shoes, I'm doing bags. Jackets and coats were in the past. This top was, I don't know what that top was. I don't normally, but that was a bundle top, I think. Yeah, it was a bundle top. My sister-in-law gave me some Banana Republic shirts and I bundled them together. Normally, I don't buy tops. So you can see these are the categories that I'm focusing on. My average sale price is between $34 and $60. That is on track with kind of what I'm aiming for. So I just wanted to show you that because it's not like these average sale prices are a little bit lower because I was selling out those low offers. Days on hand, I don't focus too much on days on hand because I am a higher average sale price seller. I don't think sometimes, if someone is going to be a little bit more cautious and really look for that $100 bag, so it may sit a little bit longer than a $10 top where they're like, I'll buy a top, So things, different categories, different price ranges have different days on hand. I don't focus too much on this. I am cognizant of it, but I don't focus too much on it. Dresses are longer days on hand right now, but it's also been winter. And so they've been sitting all winter, even though I'll pick them up and then they'll sit until the spring and the summer. I am starting to sell more dresses. Departments, I mainly sell women's. I've been getting into men's a little bit. I'm doing mostly men's shoes. Shoes are super easy to list, and it's really easy for me to tell if they're a nice pair of shoes. I can pick out a nice pair of leather shoes. So even if I don't know all the men's brands, I can look and say, that's a nice pair of shoes, and pick it up. Sell-through rates. Sell-through rates are important because of what I'm buying, what is selling. For me, my strategy has slowly changed. So 6 months ago, I was buying, probably 300% more than what I'm buying now. I was buying a lot more items because I was strictly doing reselling. And so I was buying a lot more because I was selling a lot more, and I was increasing my closet. Now I still have all those items because that was my strategy 6 months ago. However, I'm buying less and I am selling less items strategically because I'm working on other things. So my sell-through rate is much less because I did have a whole bunch of items and now I'm not strategically planning on selling as many of those items. It's kind of my time has been taken away from it. Things are still selling, but not at the rate that they were before. That being said, 11% is not a great sell-through rate. I just explained, like, for me, that's fine. But if you're like a full-time reseller and you're really wanting to make a lot, if you are only at 11%, you're buying a lot of things that are not selling. They're sitting. Or you have new strategies. That's something that you need to look into. I know why mine is at that. So when I look at sell-through rate, for me, my average is 11%. Anything over 11% means it's selling well. For me, jeans are selling well. That's mainly because I don't really have jeans. I rarely pick up jeans. I don't like selling jeans. I know a lot of people do. I don't. My dresses are lower than that, but that's not overly concerning to me right now because it's still snowing. At least in Colorado, it's still snowing. If that stays low through spring and summer, then that's something that I will look at and evaluate again on what dresses I am picking up. Jackets is slowly starting to, people aren't buying as many jackets, so it being right around the average sale price, that's fine. Shoes are above that, which is what I want to see. Bags are above that, which is what I want to see. Those are my two main kind of non-seasonal, shoes are seasonal, but they sell all year round depending on the style. Those are my two main things. I'm not going to get into sizes. I do just want to note on this really quickly. So dresses that sold for me this month, when I look at size data, subcategory data, stuff like that, I look at a bigger picture. I will probably, and hopefully I have time to do a video, I will probably sit down and look at my dresses and what I want to start sourcing for the spring and the summer. I've already started sourcing it a little bit, but I'm going to really sit down and look at my dresses, what sizes are selling for me, what styles, what brands, all of that. So that's what I would look at here. The sizing data, when you're only selling 11% of your items, it's not a true picture of what's really going on. So I'm not going to dig into that. I just wanted to note on that. Same with subcategories. You can look at all of these different subcategories. For the purpose of this video, I'm not going to. Same with, I will actually, let me look at men because I am trying to figure out what's going on with men. My men's shoes are really not selling well. I'm contemplating, I'll probably not pick up men so much anymore because I'm really not focused on reselling right now. I'm focused more on, I'm doing reselling, but I'm going to just stick to what I know and grow the other aspects of my business. And then maybe when I come back to growing reselling again, I can dig into men's a little bit more. So that is my data. Let's look at items now. So leave a note down below. Tell me what you think. I go through and show you all of the items, but if you think it's too much, like if you don't want to see all the, I don't know, I feel like I just am like rambling on, but if you like seeing all the items, I'll show you all the items. This Lily Rubin, so this is Poshmark. These are my sales on Poshmark for the month of February. This Lily Rubin was a vintage. I love vintage wedding dresses, vintage prom dresses. I will pick them up all year round. They will sit because it's just starting to be wedding season. I have slowly started to sell more. I'm getting a lot more likes on Etsy for them, so I'm hopeful that they will sell. And if I think I found this one at the bins, so this probably cost me like maybe $5, and I sold it for $90. So I will sit on that for 6 months to sell it for $90. The only thing I don't like about wedding dresses is they're really hard to photograph. I don't like photographing white, but for $90, I will take it. Dooney & Burke, that's a purse. So this is one of the shoes it had been sitting for a while. I was just sick of it. I think someone offered $11 and I was like, you can have it. Ralph Lauren, this is a dress, a long sleeves dress. Ralph Lauren, I'm being a little bit pickier with. $20 is below the average sale price that I like to see. Here is Coach, the Coach that I like. There's a $65 price. I think I got that at a store. This Banana Republic, again, that's something that I was just like, get out of here. You know, that $11 price range that brought my average sale price down. I think I was given that though, probably like a year ago. And I was like, yeah, I'll take a picture of it. These were a bundle. So if you're new to Poshmark, when they sell as a bundle, this sold price is what it was listed at, not necessarily what it sold at. Poshmark takes the percent off the top and then allocates it appropriately. So I don't know exactly how much these each sold for, but I do think that I sold it for a little bit, significantly less than this. These shoes, I think they had a little bit of wear on the inside, and so they weren't selling. This was so hard to photograph. I hate photographing white. If you have tips to photograph white, let me know. I have been like taking the background out, but then it's just white on white. So maybe I can put like a black background. I don't know. If you have tips on photographing white, there's a lot of times that I don't buy it because I don't want to photograph it. This vintage dress was missing a button, so I let them have it for whatever it was. Coach, again, there's another Coach bag. I think she was one of the repeat customers. Jeans or jean shorts. That was one of the ones. I think someone offered this to me and I was like, you can have it. I was also in the mindset this month that because I'm not doing a lot of reselling activities, I'm not on there like encouraging sales. So if someone offered me something, even if it was slightly lower than I wanted, I would take it because I'm not on the apps. I'm not out there actively doing things to be able to maybe get higher prices. So some of these are quite lower than I wanted. This dress was also a bundle with this, and so the prices were much lower. If it has a fire on it, that is a free item for me. So I either purposely buy items to encourage sales, like scarves at the bins, and it's free. So they get it free. They can pick something they want and they get it free with their purchase if they add it to a bundle. Or if it's inventory that's been sitting for a long time, I then make it a free item to encourage sales, and I move that inventory from purchased inventory to a marketing expense because I'm giving it away to encourage sales. And that's what I did with this jacket because I think it had a stain on it. It had been sitting for a while and it had a stain, so I moved it over to a free. This Coach New with Tags was a retail arbitrage, and I am totally kicking myself for it, to be honest. I almost think I lost money. I don't remember. I have the receipt somewhere. I'm pretty sure I lost money on this. And someone offered me like $109 like 6 months ago. And I was like, no way. It's brand new Coach. I'm not going to take it. And I sent them a counter and they just declined it. And so then it sat. And the next offer I got was $80. And so I am like totally kicking myself. I got two $80 offers. And after I get 2 or 3 offers of around the same price, to me that's the market value, and I took it. And so I'm kicking myself for not taking that $109 offer. Here's the Sam Edelman boots. I'm actually slightly surprised that they sold for $35. Again, my mindset this month was I'm not on there a lot. I'm not doing things to encourage sales. Yeah, maybe I could have got another $5 or even $10, but $10 for sitting on there another month. It's getting to be summer. Are people not going to want boots? So when someone sent me a $35 offer, I took it. I was actually slightly surprised that these sold. They were new with tags for $40. Again, it was the same situation as the Sam Edelman's. I'm not on the app a lot, doing a lot of activities to get it more exposure. And so when someone offered it to me, I took it. I probably could have gotten maybe $5 or $10 more, but I wasn't worth risking that. I was just going to take the money and run. I love vintage Columbia. Like, that jacket's amazing. It was in like phenomenal shape too. For something that's as old as I am to have, I mean, it was in great shape. Ralph Lauren boots. These were a bins find. Finding shoes at the bins is pretty exciting to find matches that are in good shape, and those sold relatively quickly. Again, here is a free item that sold with these Steve Madden wedges or mules. I don't remember how much so because they're a bundle, that's not the actual price that they sold for. Jennifer Lopez skinny jeans, someone sent me that offer and I was like, meh, okay. 815 boots. So the comps for these were in phenomenal shape. If you saw my haul, I had like an awesome boots haul that I got from the bins. Like one person got rid of like all their boots. I think I got like 3 IKEA bags full of size 8 phenomenal shape boots, like Donald Pliner, these 815, some Rachel, I don't know, a whole bunch of really nice boots. Anyways, this was part of it. The comps on these were anywhere from $30 to $90. So when someone offered $50, I was like, meh, that's kind of between $30 and $90. I was happy to take it. This vineyard vines my sister-in-law actually gave to me, or my cousin-in-law actually gave to me for free. I was excited with that $45 price. This bag, so do you guys ever get really sad when you sell something? This Coach bag, I also actually have the same one in red. But I mean, I'm not sad that I sold something for $100, but I was actually using it as my laptop bag. So I was kind of sad that I had to like put my stuff into a different bag, but now I'm just using the red one. El Dorado Lizard, I was hoping that I would get a little bit more for these, but again, I was in the mindset, I'm not on here, I'm not encouraging sales as much as I could, I'm not doing pricing strategy, I'm not doing a whole lot. If someone's gonna offer me $50, I'm gonna take it. Dansko clogs, I'm starting to get more into Danskos. If you watched me in the past, I still think they're ugly, but they do sell. These had quite a bit of wear on them, so the $26 someone offered, I took. This Urban Outfitter dress, I was actually pretty surprised that I got $22 for it. It was a smaller size. And yeah, I was happy with that. Uggs, these boots were amazing. They were like a leather, like sleek black. Oh my God, they were amazing. Someone offered $70. Some of the comps were like 80 and 90, but then some of the comps were 50. So I was completely happy with that 70. This Kate Spade purse, I probably could have sat and waited and got a little bit more. Again, the same mindset. People were offering things that was fairly reasonable. This month I took it because I was not spending a lot of time doing that. This Vera Bradley, I was surprised that I got it for $25. Something I've learned with Vera Bradley, I hate listing. But Vera Bradley, and I think it's probably the same with Lily Pulitzer. I don't sell a lot of Lily Pulitzer because I don't see it often. But if you can find the name of the style and it's a newer style, you can usually sell it quicker and nicer, or quicker and at a higher price. This Coach bag, I'm super surprised that I got $40 for it. It is a super nice Coach bag. Why I'm surprised, I got home, took the tags off, someone cut off the straps. Like, I don't know how I missed that the straps were, so there's this crossbody strap, right? But the two straps, the shoulder straps, someone cut them off. And I had gotten home and I started to photograph it and I was like, oh, that's weird. Well, I had already bought it. So I was like, well, I'll list it and see what I can get for it. And someone offered $40. So I was super excited with that. These Earthies they're so cute. They have like little bow ruffles on them. They were from that same boot haul that I got at the bins, seeing a size 8, all in great condition. Coach, vintage Coach, depending on the brand, depending on the style, vintage Coach purses can go between like $40 and $100 for me. So $65 I was happy with. This one was in really good condition too. These shoes has been sitting for a while. Someone offered me $10. I took it. These Danskos were pretty tore up. I bought them and I was like, oh, I'll like clean them up. No, I'm not doing that. Like, get it together, Sarah. I'm not doing that. So I listed them as is shape and someone bought them for $22. Again, here's a Coach. So this vintage Coach went for $72. It's a little bit bigger. This ModCloth was so cute. I hope whoever bought this loves it. I wish ModCloth sold at a higher resale value because they make such cute stuff, but it was so cute. It had like a little shimmer to it, like a cute Easter dress probably. These Loft pants my sister gave me, so I photographed them. I don't think I had any inventory the week that she gave them to me, so I was like, I'll take pictures of them. Here's the Uggs. These were a size 5 and they did have some like light staining on them. So $37. I think I sent an offer for that and someone took it. They were a smaller size too. Lucky Brand, these were in really good shape. I think I got them at the bins too. $35. J. Crew, this was cute. $28. J. Crew blazers between, $20 and $40 depending on the style. So $28 I was fine with. High-waisted vintage mom jeans. Someone offered $20. I was taking that. I really love the look, but they're not really selling unless they're like Levi's 501s. They're not really selling more than like $20 or $30. So I'm being a little bit more strategic in the ones that I pick up. This Banana Republic jacket, I had been sitting for a while. It was like 1 year away from being vintage. Which sucked. Because if you put it as vintage, then you can, I think there's a better chance. And it was an extra small. So someone offered me $10 and I took it. This Marmot jacket. And this is where customer service comes into play. This lady bought it. I sent it to her and she had already accepted it, but then left me a bad review because she said she looked at it after and there was a stain that I hadn't disclosed, which maybe there was. It's completely possible. I'm human. I'm not 100% perfect. So I did tell her, hey, you already accepted it. I can't do anything about that. I will give you a $15 credit to my store to buy something else. And so she actually bought, let me see it. Yeah. So she actually bought these jeans. And that's why they're $4 because they were originally, $19? So I gave her a $15 credit for that. And she left me a good review and hopefully she comes back. This dress, it was missing a button on the back, and I'd had it forever, so I sent out an offer for like really low on that. These boots were in far worse shape when I got home than I remembered when I purchased them, so $10. Whatever. These Michael Kors. So Michael Kors, I only sell purses. Sometimes I'll pick up jackets or boots, but mainly purses. His clothes just do not do well for me. $10 for a pair of jeans, and I'd had them for a while. Again, these were something that I'd had for a while. Either I don't remember if someone offered them to me or if I sent an offer just trying to get rid of things. I was happy with this $30 price for these Born heels. I think I got them at the bin, so I don't remember where I got everything. This was my mom's, so I gave her that money. She gives me so some of the Coach, not a lot of it, like maybe once a quarter she'll give me something to sell. So some of the Coach that I sell is my mom's. There's a factory here and she likes Coach. And then she's also like, well, I'll just buy it at a really good price and then you can resell it and I can almost make my money back. So she doesn't really lose money. These Ariat boots, I'm actually pretty excited that I got $45 for them. They were pretty distressed. But I mean, they're cowboy boots and people like that distressed look, right? Cabby, this is one of the main reasons that I built my dashboard because I was looking on social media and people are like, Cabby, oh, this and look, Free People, Cabby and Free People, you got to buy Free People. It sells well. Cabby sells well. This Cabby jacket, I had probably a year. Almost a year. I bought it at the bin, so I didn't spend that much on it. But I was like, oh, Cabby, like, let me buy Cabby. $10, and it sat for like 9 months. Same with Free People. I cannot really sell Free People. And this is where like I was on social media and was like, what sells well, and buying these things that weren't really working. And now I'm looking at my data and figuring out what is working for me, and my revenue profits are just steadily increasing. Columbia jacket. This isn't really, it was vintage, but it wasn't like that pink vintage jacket that we saw earlier. So it doesn't sell as high, but it is, it is what it is. These two dresses I sold together and I'm pretty sure I like gave them to the person. I was so sick of looking at both of them, but it was a bundle. This Sanctuary black pebble jacket, purse. I actually sold the same one in pink or purple. I think the purple one sold slightly higher, but for $54, I will take it. These NAOT, I don't know if you say it like that or NAOT, I don't know. They were in nearly new condition, sold for $32 in less than a month. Here are some jeans. These Sam Edelmans. Oh, so this, and this was a bundle. So that's not the price that they sold at, but these were both from that bins haul that I had. And then this is the 3-pack of tops. I got all of these tops for free. I put them into a bundle so that it was easier to list and easier to photograph. Normally I don't sell tops though, because they sell much lower and you still have to spend the same amount of time to list a top as something that sells higher. For me, if I had more time to resell, I probably would, because tops tend to sell at a faster rate. I'm not going to go down there because there's some other. So this David Meister, he is hit or miss. $25 someone offered. Maybe I could have gotten some more. I don't have a ton of luck. The retail value of it is really high, but I don't have a ton of luck. Selling it as high. So that's where like retail value does not always translate to a high resale value. Steve Madden tends to sell between $20 and $30 boots for me, depending on the style, but they sell pretty quickly. So I will pick them up even though they're lower than the average sale price that I like. I will pick them up because they do sell pretty quickly. This is the BCBG Max Azaria dress that I had. I'd been holding it for a little while, but when I saw it, I picked it up. It was backless. It was a smaller size, but it sold for $65. I will take it. Men's Doc Martens, yes, please. So those are my Poshmark sales for the month. I'm not going to bring up all of the eBay sales strictly for the sake of time. I have a sitter today and she is here for 7 more minutes. So I want to get this video done. So this is eBay. This one actually, someone on Poshmark, so put your social media information on your Poshmark. Someone found it on Poshmark and it was in Canada and they're like, I really want it. They sent me a DM on Instagram and they're like, I really want it. Do you have it listed anywhere else? And so I sent them my eBay listing for it and she bought it full price. So yes, please, I will take that. These are men's Levi's, hit or miss on how much they sold for. $52. Some of them comps were at like $80, but some of the comps were at $30. So $52, that includes shipping, but $52, I'll take it. These Sorel boots, I was actually hoping, because they're kind of a different style of Sorel and they looked like they were almost brand new, that I could get a little bit more. But with it being towards the end of winter and someone sent me an offer that was pretty reasonable, I took it. I was hoping for more like 70 or 80, but for $10 waiting and then not selling them was not worth it. I've learned my lesson on that Coach bag. This Bagley Mishka, I love Bagley Mishka. She makes the best stuff. It does not always resell as high as the retail, but this was a global shipping one for $52. I will take that. These Athleta pants. So I rarely will resell Athleta. I buy a lot of Athleta for myself, but most of the Athleta, depending on what it is, but will resell between like $15 and $30, which tends to be a little bit lower than my average sale price that I like to aim for. However, I found these at the bins and they were really thick. They looked fleece lined. They had like cargo pockets. They looked different. They almost looked like snow pants, right? And so I bought them at the bins because I was like, I don't have time to research these, but they look like it. And they were my size too. So I was like, well, they're my size. They didn't actually fit. But I got home and they were snow pants. And they sold for $80. That includes shipping. So I think I probably made, take like $10, so $70. And they sold fast, I think in like a week. So yes, please. Again, Coach purse, this is my jam. Even on eBay, purses, the same type of inventory is on eBay. Purses are selling $83. I will take it. This vintage dress, oh my God, it was so cute. It's so hit or miss on what vintage sells. I'm still trying to learn it. I'm doing a vintage panel, doing or did, depending on when this video is released. But Saturday, what is that? This Saturday, today's the 3rd. I don't know, in a couple days. This Saturday with 2 vintage resellers, Mish Market and Breezy Von Breezy. And so we're going to talk all the vintage things because I really do love it. And I'm still trying to work on what is selling well. This one, I wasn't sure, and it actually sold higher than I thought, so I'll take it. It was velvet. I think that probably helped. Here's a Michael Kors, $57. I was hoping for a little bit more, but again, someone sent me an offer. I'm in the place with my reselling. It's not like my main gig, right? I'm spending a lot of time on other things that I'm not going to be doing this counter offer, waiting for higher offers for $5, $10, even $20. By the time you take out fees and letting it sit to not possibly make that money later. If someone offered me, like today, someone sent me an offer for like $10 for a pair of Kate Spade shoes. I'm not going to take that. Had they offered, they were listed at $40. Had they offered like $20 or $25, probably would have taken that. That's my strategy. I'm not to say a lot of people have luck with counters and waiting it out. That's not where I'm at with my reseller business. This was a vintage prom dress, sold for $45. This sold a little bit lower than most of my other vintage prom dresses, but that's because, there was a bow on the back and I probably could have spent the time sewing it back on, but I didn't. I just disclosed that it was kind of falling off. Oh yeah, you can see the bow is falling off and attached with a safety pin. And so when someone offered that price, I took it. There was a couple more on eBay, but like I said, for the sake of time, I have 1 minute until my sitter is done. I'm going to show you the 3 things that sold on Etsy. This dress, I am almost positive I had tears in my eyes when it sold. It so sometimes when I try stuff on, I have to like clip it in the back or it's like not zipped up. This dress, like that's how it fit me. It fit me so good. I have nowhere to wear it, like absolutely nowhere to wear it. But I was hoping that before it sold, I would have somewhere to wear it because it was, oh my God, it was stunning. It was so cute. But for $72, and this is the thing that I'm noticing with Etsy, it just sells. Like someone just bought that. There's no offers. There's no like, it just sells. However, Etsy, they are big on free shipping. They won't show your items unless you do free shipping. So I did have to do free shipping for it. Although they allow a handling fee. So I kind of just do a handling fee to make up for the shipping and it works out. And if they're not sending offers and offering lower, like, okay, cool. I'll cover shipping if you're going to buy it for what I listed at. So these are the 3 items that sold. This also sold for $60. This was so cute. And this, I don't think this fit me. This was not zipped in the back. I kind of wish it did because it was super cute. That's the other dress that sold. And like I said, it sold for that $60. That's what I had it listed at. Someone bought it. I shipped it. It was easy. And then the last thing that sold was this vintage purse. So those are my sales for the month. Thanks for joining me. Leave a note down below. Do you like to see every single sale? Are there other things that you want to see in these videos? How was your February? What was your top brand? Leave comments down below. I want this to be a community. If you like content like this, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification. I try and do a weekly live video to have other members of the community come on. We can learn and grow so much from each other. So make sure to hit that notification so you get notified of that or of the lives. If you have something to contribute, if you're an expert in something or you want to see something on this channel, send me a DM or leave a comment down below. This is largely for you to build a community and teach you things that you want to know or you want to learn about. So leave comments down below, send me a DM on Instagram so we can get that set up. I hope you have a wonderful day and March brings you all of the sales.